You ready?
So, yep, so you can hit start there.
Start here.
Recording in progress.
And then now just click over to this screen. There you go.
Okay, we'll call the study session order at, I don't know, 6:45. First off, I apologize to the department heads that showed up, but we were having some issues with the cable, and a couple people had some issues pop up, so we were running a little late. So here we are for the 2025-2026 budget study session, and hopefully the council had a chance to read over and look over their budgets over the last 2 days. So we'll start out with Dean. Were there any questions posed to you by any of the council members over the last day and a half or 2 days?
There were a few ancillary questions asked, but nothing that was specific or that they can't entertain here if they feel they need to. But very, very little dialogue on it. But it's very much the same budget as last year with incredibly low amount of tweaks.
Okay. Well, first off, I want to start off by thanking the department heads for what they did with this budget. I know some of it was a little easier this year thanks to the residents and the millage for the bond proposal that went through for the new police fire station and upgrades to some of the other buildings. So I want to start with that and the residents thanking them for that. Because I think that's going to help us a lot over the next few years, not having to figure out how to replace the roofs and all those major expenses that for years we're not taken care of and not able to take care of because how expensive they were. I mean, you look at some of the things at the Westfield Center and the ice rink, I think, what's the parking lot? How much? $1 million for a parking lot. So those are things we have a hard time finding. So the residents stepped up to help us fix the infrastructure we have and keep it going, or give us some new buildings that will continue on way past our time at this table, or maybe even here. So Timber, since you are the senior council person, I will start with you.
You have to say senior?
Well, longest serving?
Longest, that's
Okay,
better.
longest serving council person. Is there anything you have for the department heads or anybody else, the mayor or Dean, about the budget?
Well, I looked over everything, and I think things look really good. I think all the department heads and administration did a great job. Anybody could pick out $10,000-$15,000 of differences here and there, but that's going to get taken care of no matter what. You did a great job, Rick. I'm sure learning all the stuff that goes on. So I'm just excited for the new police and fire station. I'm excited to get these buildings fixed to, like you said, what we need to do and keep Trenton looking like number one downriver, not looking like we need things fixed all the time. And thank God for the residents that voted for that. I was behind that bond issue, and I'm really glad that we did it. To me, the budget is passable right now. If I had to pass it tonight, I could pass it. And I think we're on the right road now. I really do. So that's really all I have to say. I'm just excited to start seeing the improvements that are going to go on. But that's
Okay.
it. Thanks.
Thank you. Nelson? You're next by seniority.
Yeah. I looked over it, and I was trying to, maybe you guys can help me because I didn't see it, but is there a spot that we have earmarked money so we don't get in the same situation down the road where we have to put bond issues out there for repair? I know we have talked before, we had, in some departments, we had put money aside, but is there now a specific one for buildings?
The short answer is no. There are some monies that are set aside for things we will do in the future, but really by the end of the expenditures of the bond money, then that will be the time where council's going to have to take a look at all of the systems that we replaced, all the things that were fixed and repaired and whatever, and pick a number, and that money will be put away every year based on just like our vehicle replacement. So if we got a plan for $500,000 a year that will be put aside, so we always have the money going forward. But there's not a lot of sense in setting that money aside when we're going to have 43 million that we're focused on spending, and we'll spend every penny of it. So I would look for that to be probably 2 budgets out, maybe a third at the most.
Just wanted, you know, see if it was in there, and I didn't, and I understand the explanation, I appreciate it. And basically, I looked it over, nothing glaring. I appreciate the efforts of all the department heads. I mean, it's not like a broken record, but thanks for everybody's help, and it looks good, and I think the city moving forward is starting to look much better than it did 3-4 years ago, so, and it's from hard work from everybody, so, thank you.
Cool. Scott?
Thank you. No, I think same thing. You know, I'm going to sound like the broken record. I think the administration did a great job. This is a very, very good budget. It's, you know, it's been very thought out, and budgets are tough to do, especially in this time when we have increasing costs, increasing demands, and, you know, revenues aren't always where they need to be. So I think they've done a great job to bring everything back in line. Yeah, you can't do it without thanking the citizens and the support from them with the bond issue. We would be in a lot different situation if it wasn't for that bond. So, no, thank you. I'd support it tonight. Yeah, it's a work of art. So, good job to all involved.
Thanks. Emily?
I will try to bring a fresh perspective here. Looking over, I'm excited about a lot of the upcoming projects that you can see in there, and what I hope the residents can be proud of that is a balanced budget. There is a slight surplus, and that we are not, you know, overspending. And that every budget, every single department I looked at, I noticed they are all forward thinking, and they're all planning for the future. With everything in there, they have money set aside for new vehicles. They have money set aside, so it's not just a single year focus. It's clearly a multi-year, a broader view, which I think is really important to do when you're dealing with such a large budget. And I think that this sets up the next few years very nicely. So I think it'll be even better going forward. So it looks good.
Thank you. Mayor, would you have anything to add with your budget?
No, I like to be able to keep it short and sweet for this one. So no, you guys got the gist of it. As you can see, it's very similar to what we had last year. Appreciate all your guys' efforts in looking through this and taking the time with it. But I'm obviously in support of it. So I hope you all join me there too. So thank you.
Okay. Well, I know we don't vote on it tonight, but it seems like we have a pretty positive agreement with everything that's moving forward. So, Debbie, when is the meeting that we would vote on it? I think we picked it already, didn't we?
Yes, we'll have a public hearing on Monday, April 21st at 6:45. That's for public comment. And our regular council meeting will follow that public hearing at 7 p.m. And that's when we would vote on it.
Okay. So with that being said, let me check. So you want to help me out here?
So just click on that Zoom right there, that blue. Go right here.
Okay. See anybody in the chat? Right, they'd be over here.
And then you can view there. Yeah, there's nobody in there.
Okay, there's no one in there, no one watching that wants to chat with us or ask questions. So I would look for a motion to adjourn.
Support.
6:54. Meeting adjourned. Thank you.